on up behind the gear.
Hey guys, what's up? Billy Cardigan here with Effects and Pedals Arena Corner, and today we're interviewing the Bongripper band about some of the cool pedals they use to make the sound that they made. So I'm here with Ron, the bass from the Bongripper band.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing really good. So first of all, I wanted to talk about the band Bongripper. That's a very cool name because it's about marijuana and weed, and that's a very cool drug. Like when I was in high school, they said marijuana is a gateway drug and it leads to other things such as heroin and other things. Do you guys do other drugs too, or is that just basically it?
That's it.
Very cool. So let's dip into and talk about what do some of these pedals do.
So the first one here, that is a Damnation Audio loop blender. It's a clean bypass that only routes low end back into the signal. So just low end back added in with these two other pedals in the loop.
So I didn't understand. What do you mean?
It adds just bass response back into the signal.
So you're playing a bass.
Yes.
Behind the gear.
So you have these pedals here. Very cool. And I heard you sound check and they were playing very slow, very loud music. So what pedals do you use to achieve those sounds?
My main overdrive, I guess I'll call it, it's more of a boost, is a Devi Ever Dark Boost.
Dark Boost.
Yeah.
Now there's a very dark sound to their music, and the other guy in the band had all dark pedals, black and mostly black, but also gray. So Dark Boost seems to be very appropriate to what you guys do.
Yeah.
Behind the gear.
Now let me ask you this, like, you guys are called Bongripper, which is a marijuana-themed name, right?
Yeah.
But then the music is very dark and, like, very, like, hard metal, like, Metallica type music, but even more slower and darker than them.
I would completely disagree with the Metallica reference.
Behind the gear.
Usually the marijuana is more like reggae or like dancey kind of music, but this is a different type of marijuana style of music.
Yeah. There's a whole subgenre of stoner doom bands.
So you guys are stoner doom bands.
I would classify us as one, yeah.
So it's like a cool weed theme of band that does the slower music that's different from the other weed music. Weed is a very cool drug, so
Behind the gear.
you did a sound check. It was only about 10 minutes, but usually your songs are more like 30 to 40 minutes, right?
Oh, 20.
20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, 20. I think we only have one 30-minute song, but we haven't played that one in a while.
You only have one 30-minute song?
Yeah.
Is that a newer one or an older one?
From 2014.
So that's newer. That's recent. In the history of humanity and recorded music, that's very new.
Behind the gear.
Just got a tuner, a gain pedal, main delay reverb, and 2 loopers.
So when you say gain pedal, what does that mean? That's just, it makes the sound louder than how it was before?
It is coloring your sound generally in a dirtier tone fashion.
Because when I saw you guys doing the sound check, it was very loud sounding music, very hardcore sounding music. Very scary, actually. But to me, it sounded so loud that you wouldn't need that to get louder.
Behind the gear.
So what is the next pedal?
That is the Fuzzrocious Bongripper collaboration pedal.
So they made this pedal just for you.
Yes. It's 2 of their circuits in parallel, so it has 2 sounds going on at once.
But it's one pedal, so it just...
Yeah, but if you had 2 microphones, you would have 2 sounds.
But when you were playing, to me, it really sounded like you were just playing one bass. Actually, I couldn't hear anything you were playing because it was so loud, but it really only sounded like you had one bass. So
That's true. It's all there.
So that makes it into 2 basses. So that's very cool, and I could see that being very useful. If you had 2 bassists in your band, you could fire the one and just use the Fuzzrocious Bongripper pedal.
Behind the gear.
So you guys must really enjoy making people very frightened and scared, and then I looked at the album covers, and it was very scary imagery.
That's the world.
It was like a horror movie, and I was very scared, but the frightening aspects of it, at least there was no vocal, because sometimes with Slayer and stuff like that, like they're singing about really scary monsters and stuff, and then I just can't even listen to it. But at least with the music, it's just the hard sound, and it sounds very frightening and horrifying, but there's no words to it to amplify the horror of it.
Yeah, I'm not afraid, or I'm not really into monsters either.
Is that why you guys have no lyrics? Because you don't want to scare people further?
I don't want to scare myself.
Behind the gear.
This one I built myself, but so it's got more controls.
So you glued all the green stuff in there?
All the components, yeah.
So like, how do you do that? Because when I saw the guys doing it, they have, like, they don't use a glue stick. They use like the hot thing, and then it's smoking and stuff.
Use a soldering gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to solder all the components to a PCB, and then
Why can't you just use regular glue?
because it has no electric conductivity, and you need to be able to make like an electrical connection, and hot glue doesn't have any.
Very cool.
Behind the gear.
And then what did the white pedal do there again?
So I use that to do short loops.
Short loops,
Yes.
such as.
So it just with this is it's a basic delay pedal, but it also has a sampling kind of function in it. So if I hold it down, it will just repeat that segment of sound infinitely.
So that's kind of like a hip hop thing, like sampling, right?
Yeah.
So to me, like the sound check, and the your albums that I listened to didn't really have that element. But I guess it's cool if, I'm excited to see the show tonight because maybe you'll do some of that live more.
Behind the gear.
Effects and Pedals, Arena Corner. This has been a Shy Boys production.